He's an absolute goal-scoring machine, but Erling Haaland's larger-than-life nature makes you wonder just how he lives his life and just how much money he makes. We've got answers to both, so without further ado, let's dive in. Born in Leeds, England on the 21st of July 2000, Erling Haaland is undoubtedly the most dangerous striker on the planet and one of the best players in the world. Some fans even feel like he should have won the Ballon d'Or ahead of Messi, but let's not get into that. Haaland was born into a football family and loved the sport from a young age. As a boy, his idols were Cristiano Ronaldo and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but he also loved other sports such as handball, golf, and track and field. In fact, he achieved a world record for his age category for the standing long jump when he was 5, jumping a staggering distance of 1.63 meters in 2006. Haaland's father, Alfie Haaland, is a popular former footballer who played for Leeds, and while his mother, Grimarita Brout, is a former women's heptathlon athlete, so it wasn't so surprising to see Haaland excel incredibly well in sports. Haaland's career took flight in the academy of his hometown club, Brynn. He started his development from when he was 5 until his first team debut, which was 3 months shy of his 16th birthday. He then moved to Molde, where he had a breakthrough season, finishing as their top scorer in the second year. Austrian club Salzburg immediately noticed Haaland's talent and bet big on him. He would go on to win the league's Player of the Year and season after winning consecutive league titles with them. A move to Europe's top leagues was on the cards, and honestly, Haaland thrived with Borussia Dortmund despite several European giants courting him. At Dortmund, Haaland became the youngest player to score 50 league goals in the history of football. He also won the Champions League Golden Boot, as well as dozens of individual awards. Last summer, Manchester City were able to secure Haaland's services for only £51 million, and in his debut season in the blue half of Manchester, the club became treble winners for the first time in its history, with Haaland scoring 52 goals in 53 appearances. This season, Haaland looks to be on course to replicate his goal-scoring exploits from last season, with the young striker already boasting 15 goals in all competitions at the time of this recording. With his strength, pace, and off-the-ball movement, Haaland continues to be a nightmare for even the very best defenders, but let's pause for a moment and talk about his life away from football. Haaland is reportedly dating Isabel Hogseng Johansen. She is a former footballer in Brynn, Norway. You don't often see them making a lot of appearances in public, but last year at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, they went on a vacation to Spain, and on New Year's Eve, they were out dining at the Ivy in Manchester. The couple prefer to keep their relationship private, and it appears to have been so since the start of their relationship when Haaland was at Dortmund. From his diet all the way to his sleep pattern, post-match routine, and everyday life, it is quite clear that Haaland is intentional about whatever he does. He wears special glasses that filter out blue light to help him sleep better, with the ultimate aim being to improve his performances on the pitch, and he also does a lot of meditation, which inspired his famous lotus pose position. He does this before every game and also listens to his song called Keep Dreaming. According to his teammates, Haaland eats like a bear and prefers to eat the hearts and livers of cows, unlike many other athletes who prefer a vegan diet. He also avoids alcohol and takes a lot of filtered water. Sounds like a true professional. He doesn't engage the media as much as some fans might like, but when he does, it's always a memorable one. How does he spend his holidays? Many times, Haaland prefers to head back to his hometown in Norway, where you could find him sawing wood or doing some farming. Moving over to his properties, there is a lot to unpack. Haaland is already one of the highest paid players at Manchester City, and he makes around £375,000 a week. But the word on the street is that the figure might actually be higher than that. This means that he makes more than £20 million per year from his wages alone. Besides receiving a huge salary at City, Haaland makes money from numerous sponsorships and endorsement deals. Nike sponsors his boots, he has a paid partnership with Beats by Dre, Bama, Samsung, and D&G, just to mention a few. With almost 40 million followers on Instagram alone, you could already tell that Haaland is one of the most influential sports personalities. He is also an astute businessman, having acquired a share in sports tech company Hyperice back in May 2021, while also serving as a global brand ambassador for the company. We can't say the exact amount for sure, but Erling Haaland's net worth should be around $40 million. So how does he spend all of that? As one of the highest paid footballers in the world, Haaland has enough money to fund any lifestyle of his choice. Back in 2022, when he moved to Manchester, Haaland immediately set his eyes on Paul Pogba's £3 million mansion. The 5-bedroom mansion comes with a heated swimming pool, a sauna, a gym, and an indoor football pitch in a plush property at the Cheshire village of Hale Barnes. But even before then, the striker had already showed us a glimpse of his exquisite taste in real estate. Before Erling turned 21, he already owned a property in Spain, thanks to his father's decision to invest in Malaga, and there were rumors that he purchased a £7.1 million mansion in Marbella, Spain. The property measures 22,507 square feet and has a modern finish. But just this year, the Norwegian made a full circle return to Norway and bought a $3.2 million apartment in Oslo. We don't know much about Haaland's newest property at the moment, but we know that it features 3 bedrooms. Let's not forget that Haaland spent over £50,000 on a therapy chamber to boost his recovery between games. His car collection is even more impressive. Haaland has an Audi R7 worth over £100,000, not including customizations, but the most expensive car in his collection is his Ferrari Monza SP2 worth $1.8 million. Haaland was seen cruising with the stunning black-colored 2-seater in Monaco. Only 600 models of the car have been produced. The car can hit a top speed of 188 miles per hour. Haaland also has a Mercedes-Benz GT63, which is worth almost £200,000. But it gets even better. Haaland owns a full-size Audi Q7 SUV. The base model of the car costs around £70,000, but as we already know, Erling's wheels are top trim level. A Rolls-Royce Cullinan worth £300,000 with a V12 engine and a top speed of 155 miles per hour is also part of the mix. He also owns a BMW M5 worth £85,000. And we all know that he has an incredible watch collection, which features a Daytona 50th anniversary Rolex worth $200,000 and a GMT Master 2 Everose Gold Rolex worth $45,000. He clearly has a thing for Rolex watches, but despite his enormous wealth, Haaland remains generous and humble. Like many sports personalities, Haaland is also an active charity supporter. In April 2021, he signed autographs on a referee's cards to raise money for SOS Autism Behor, a Romanian charity dedicated to providing support to autistic people. Let's also not forget when Haaland spent over £500,000 on Rolex watches as gifts to his former teammates and staff when he was leaving Dortmund. We've also seen him play charity matches in order to raise money for the less privileged. Knowing that he loves to maintain a low profile, it won't be surprising to know that he has many other philanthropic works in the pipe. But we also gotta talk about some of the controversies that Haaland has found himself in. Back in May, Haaland's father was escorted out of the Santiago Bernabeu after allegedly insulting Real Madrid fans and throwing peanuts at them. Haaland had a blank day in front of goal at the Champions League encounter, and it appears like the fans must have triggered his dad with taunts. Not sure Haaland wanted all that attention. Do you think Erling Haaland will finally snag the Ballon d'Or in the near future? And how many goals do you see him scoring this season?